everybody. It is me, Coach Tori, all by myself again. Happy New Year. Happy holidays for anybody that recently was celebrating a holiday. I am here solo. I am here with just my phone and my headphones. Keeping it very simple today, not by choice on that at least. A cup of coffee really put all my technology out of commission for the time being, so hoping to have that all up and running again soon, but right now it is just back to the basics. So today's episode is going to be a little shorter, and then we will be resuming our normal type of episodes with interviews, longer, more content, all of that next week. But today we are going to, it is just me, I am going to just be talking about our running event for the Youth Mental Health Project. Just give a little overview of the organization that we are supporting, what the running event's going to be like, ways you can participate and or support, and just a little bit about why I think all of it is important. And then next week we will be back with a discussion on participation awards and mental health behind motivation and all things like that. And then in the near future, we are going to be going through, I probably should have thought more of what I was calling this next series, but it's going to be more of a series a little bit about, I don't want to say hacking your running, but kind of talking about the essentials to being successful in your running, and then how we can make all of those things fit with our lives, because doing what is perfect is not always going to actually fit for us. So that is going to be coming up in the future as well. So make sure you keep tuning in on Tuesdays, and also we will hopefully be back to releasing early mornings on Tuesdays. So I know that that's been a little off lately. I do not like being off schedule, but the holidays can do that to you. So if you listen to the podcast, or if you know me personally, I know you already know what the Run Fest is, but for people who do not, we are hosting Run Fest May 20th, 2023, which is going to be a running event that is benefiting the Youth Mental Health Project. So we are going to have two races or running events. We're going to have the Shine Nutrition 1 hour run challenge, and then we're going to have the 5K on the track. So the 1 hour run challenge is 1 hour max distance. And the 5K on the track is going to be 12 and a half laps, or 5 kilometers on the track. All the money is going to the Youth Mental Health Project, which is a nonprofit organization that we are in support of. And it's going to be really, hopefully it's going to be really fun. This is the first year we're doing this, so hoping for a good turnout. And there will be vendors for people who want to come in person. There will be vendors, and all of our sponsors hopefully will be able to be there, and other people from the community. And then our virtual people will still be able to get some things from our sponsors as well. So I will get into what each event is and what you get as participants. I'll explain what the Youth Mental Health Project is, and then ways to support if you do not want to actually run. So the Shine Nutrition 1 hour run challenge, what is that? I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. It is 1 hour of running, and you're shooting for maximum distance. And our presenting sponsor is Shine Nutrition in Westchester. Super cool teas and shakes. And Heather seems to always be cooking up something else, whether it's a special shake for the day or some other kind of treat for the day. So if you're local, make sure you go check them out. She's doing all kinds of really cool things to help us raise money for the Youth Mental Health Project as well. They have a really cool board showing all their progress, but she's doing different drinks, she's doing different deliveries. She also has a fun fitness challenge going on right now that some of the proceeds are going to the Youth Mental Health Project. So definitely check all that out for our local people, because it's really cool. So they are the presenting sponsor for the 1 hour run challenge. Like I said, max distance. So for people participating in person, you're going to come, line up on the track. We're going to say go, and everybody's going to run for an hour. And you're going to run as far as you can. For people doing virtual, we are going to have you join our Strava group. So same thing though, you're going to time out your 1 hour, see how far you get. You can either, pick a track, you can pick any kind of trail, whatever you want to do. It's all really just for fun to be able to get moving around for an hour. So prizes for that are going to be decided on, whoever in person goes the farthest or a couple people, and then also virtual, whoever is going the farthest. Fun thing with that, I do have the 1 hour run challenge group challenge on Strava open currently. So we're running it from now until the event. So if anybody wants to just either test how far they can run for an hour, or if you already have an hour run planned, that you're able to just put it in there. And I'm going to be giving out some small prizes. I don't know if prizes is the right word, but either interviewing for the podcast or some other offerings as well, giving those things away for people who participate. So that is kind of a fun thing to do. Currently, I'm the only one in it. If you add me on Strava, I can add you into the group challenge. So the link for my Strava account will be there for anybody who would like to participate in that. And so that's the 1 hour run challenge. I just thought that would be a fun, different event for people to do. I know an hour can seem like a really long time, but a lot of us also are capable of moving for an hour, whether it is walking or running or something in between. So just kind of something that would be a little different than what we normally are doing. So hopefully people want to check that out. If I wasn't working the event, I would definitely give that one a try. But from now until May 20th, I will be putting all of my hour or hour plus runs into that Strava challenge group. So you definitely check out how far me, and usually it's me in the stroller, get to run in an hour. The other event that we are going to be doing at RunFest is the 5K on the track. So again, that is pretty simple to understand. We're running 5 kilometers on the track or 12 and a half laps. For people who are doing it virtually, obviously, if you want to have your times comparable to the people running in person, I would recommend doing a track or something flat, but you can do your 5K anywhere. If you are running virtually, everybody in person, that we need you to run it on the track, whereas the 1 hour run challenge, people can run wherever they would like. Again, that one's going to be just a fun, different 5K. We have so many 5Ks in the area all the time. So I wanted to offer something that's a little different. And to me, running on the track is super fun. So I thought, why not put a longer distance on the track there for everybody? And then in addition to the 5K, we are going to have a free kids event. I'm not exactly sure what that is going to be yet because the planning is still in the works, but it's going to be something running, fitnessy, game related for kids to participate in as well. Same thing with the prizes for the 5K. It'll be fastest people in person, fastest people virtual as well. So definitely, if you're into running 5Ks or you just aren't up for the 1 hour run challenge, that's always an option for you. And then the other important bit of information, I feel like, to make it all make sense is the Youth Mental Health Project. So like I said, I'm sure I've said at some point somewhere, that all of the money is going to the Youth Mental Health Project. So that is all of our sponsorships, and then all the registration fees, and anybody who's donating through our donation site, all of that is going directly to them. So any participation in all that stuff really is directly helping them. All of the money that Heather at Shine Nutrition is raising is going to them as well. And then again, if you know me, you know that I think mental health, and especially youth mental health, is just so important. Right now, the statistics for youth with a mental health diagnosis in America is 1 in 5, which is just such a high number. And I think, as we all know, going through our recent pandemic, everybody's mental health really struggled, and kids suffered a lot. And we're just more acutely aware of all of those things. So, really being able to support anyone's efforts in making the mental health of everybody just a little better is so important to me, and I think important to probably almost everybody, right? So the Youth Mental Health Project, what do they do? They educate, empower, and support families and communities to better understand the care for mental health in our youth. They are a grassroots nonprofit organization. A lot of the cool things they do, and I will link their website and try to link all their socials and stuff on there as well, in addition to obviously our donation and fundraising page. But just if you want to check out all of their stuff, they are continuing to grow. But they do offer a lot of educational resources for families, support groups for parents and caregivers. They have a lot of webinars all the time for not only the families and caregivers of the kids, but different things to help kids. I know a recent one was about transitioning into college and how to find the resources that you need, but also just like ways to help yourself in that aspect. So they have a lot of really cool things going on. There is a movie, No Letting Go, about the founder, Randy, I think it's Randy Silverman. I could be getting that wrong, but her name is Randy. She's the founder of the Youth Mental Health Project, and they made a movie about her experience and kind of why she started this organization in the first place. So definitely check that out as well if you're in the mood for tears. And yeah, currently, and again, this is 5 months out, but right now, a lot of their fundraising efforts are going to making more diverse materials and educational resources for different communities so they are able to be more inclusive, get, pamphlets and other things in different languages, getting things to cater to underserved communities, the LGBTQIA plus communities, just really trying to make sure that everything is actually helpful to everyone and not just very specific groups of people who are able to find them and access their resources. So I always think that's really cool to talk about what they're currently working on, but that is what their big fundraising push is currently. By May, they may be working on some other projects depending on how far they get with what they're doing now. But definitely check out their site, see what's going on with them. And if you want to do some other kind of fundraising for them, they are great to work with to help you help them, obviously. And like I said, all those things are really important to me. I've worked with youth in some capacity for my entire adult life, and a lot of that was in mental health facilities and helping them with their mental health. So it definitely hits a little close to home to me as well in that aspect of things that I am passionate about. Let's see, what else is there about that? Yeah, and like I said, all the things that Heather's doing to help raise money for those efforts as well. And obviously, how you can support what we're doing now. Obviously, let me stop saying obviously. Registration for the run, all of that is going right to the Youth Mental Health Project. So when you register, you obviously are able to pick which event you're running. You're going to be getting a t-shirt. The Youth Mental Health Project is going to give us swag of some kind as well to give out to people. All of our sponsors will provide whatever they want into the packet pickup bag. So there's going to be some good things for people. You also are going to get at least one ticket into our raffle prizes, and we have some cool prizes as well from different donors and sponsors for that. So you do get, I know some places give lots of really cool things when you register, but all this is going to a good cause, and we do still have some fun stuff that we're able to give out to people as registrants. So definitely register if you can. It's the same registration for virtual or in person. And if you are doing virtual, you will get all of the same things mailed to you. So you don't miss out on any of that cool stuff as well. And if you do not wish to run, or in addition to that, we are looking for sponsors for the event. We have a bunch of different tiers for sponsorship. We currently still have one presenting sponsor spot open, which is pretty cool, but also a bunch of different levels, like I said. And then if you do not wish to do like a financial sponsorship, we also are always looking for goods, services, food, drinks, all those things for the end of the race, your time, volunteers, any of those things. So if you have anything to offer, please feel free to either check out our site and do it that way, or feel free to shoot me an email and we can talk about how you can help us out. Because again, I'm a very small operation, so any help I can get to make this event better for the Youth Mental Health Project would be so appreciated. And then also with that, on our fundraising site, there is just a donation button. So if you wish to just throw some money their way, that is also on there as well. I will put some of our links to different things to share if you want to help share the event. Participating in our Strava challenge just kind of helps bring more awareness as well. So all of those things are really great ways that you can help us help them and help them help the youth in, America and all over the place. So that would be really cool. And I am sure this won't be the last time you hear me talk about this, but at least this way I have all the details out there and I won't have to keep going into randomly rambling on about what RunFest is and what we're doing. So now I think that it makes a little more sense on everything that we have going on. I tried to keep it as short as possible because I know I ramble on, and I know I've talked about all these things before, and I know anybody that knows me has heard a bunch about it. So trying to keep all the facts at least kind of concise. So hopefully that was all good there. If you have any questions or, trying to figure out how you can help support, please feel free to reach out. My email is always in the show notes. The donation site in the fundraising page and the registration page are in the show notes. I will have my Strava account in the show notes. I will have the Youth Mental Health Project's website in the notes as well. I think that's all the things I said I needed to put out there. So hopefully all of the information you are able to check out. I really appreciate everybody who, has supported already in some way, because it is so nice to have, people who care about the things that I care about. I guess I'll give a little shout out to all of our sponsors currently. So like I said, our presenting sponsor, Shine Nutrition, Stephanie Williams Nutrition has also signed up to be a sponsor. Dragonfly Catering is going to be supporting. We have raffles and prizes from Generation Mindful, BetterHelp, Slumberkins. Let me see. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody, and if I am so sorry. I will clearly add it when I remember. But so lots of really cool stuff, and hopefully as time goes on, we'll have even more support from more different people in the community, because not only is it fun to do a cool running thing in the community, but youth mental health really does affect all of us, and we really have to help bring everybody up, because trying to make the world a better place and all that jazz, right? So we will be back next week, more on our normal topics. Like I said, we'll have an interview episode. I guess I shouldn't promise that, because things can always fall through, especially if I'm having computer problems still. But hopefully we will have our interview episode again next week. And then in the near future, going through kind of how to fit running into your life and also still be as successful as you possibly can. So I think that'll be fun to talk about too. Thanks for listening to me with my ill-sounding recording and, just rambling on about things that I care about.